morning. Oh, are we live? What's going on? Yes, we are. Oh, good morning, good morning. It's so exciting to be here with you all. This is our first of, I feel, many Thursday mornings. We will be going for about 25 minutes, half an hour-ish, something around that. And each week I will set a theme and let you know. So, are you ready? Have a lie down. Say hello when you're here. It's always so nice to know who is here. So say hello. And then lay down on your backs. Cool. Okay. So for those of you that I have taught before, you know that I am so passionate about listening to our bodies, what we need, setting our boundaries and working within our boundaries. Those boundaries can change all of the time. I'm passionate about you trusting in your bodies and listening to them as well. So I'm just going to take you through some things, get you moving. You will feel so delicious for the day ahead. I don't mind how you lie. Lie on your back, knees bent, legs straight, arms out, in, whatever works. But most importantly, first of all, we're going to check in with your breath. So ideally, if you can, breathe in and out through your nose. And I want you to try and breathe down right into your lower belly. That might mean that you have your hands on your lower belly so that you can feel it. And as you breathe in, your belly rises. And as you breathe out, your belly softens. You breathe in, your belly rises. Breathing out, your belly softens. And you'll start to sink into your mat. Everything will start to release a little bit more. So now that we've connected to your breath, every time we do this class, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Number 1 is, I've gone brain dead, that is not the question. How are you feeling? How are you feeling today in this moment? And that doesn't have to be, don't judge it. It's not right, it's wrong. It's purely what is. And then from there, your next question is, what are you going to do for yourself today? Something we never ask ourselves. What are you going to do for yourself today? It might be something big, it might be something little, it might be doing nothing, it might be getting something done. Okay, you'll hear me ask those questions all the time. So our focus today is neck and shoulder release. What we're going to do is come up to seated. I don't mind how you sit, as long as you can sit tall. So you're heavy through your sit bones. It's almost like your sit bones or your pelvis is in concrete. And then you're stacking your spine up. I think this camera's a bit wonky. That's fine. Legs can be bent straight. You can also sit on something. You can sit on a chair. Whatever works, or like a block or something like that. And just have a move of your neck. Notice how it feels. You might get some clicks, some cracks. And then come back to the centre. we're going to check in a moment, or like after we've done some exercises, to just notice the difference in the movement, and it will be quite profound. So, first of all, your spine's really tall. I tend to close my eyes when I move, you'll notice, just to like tune into my body. Just allow your head to rotate to the left, looking over your left shoulder, and then to the right. Going to the left, and to the right. The majority of us have more movement one way than the other. Don't stress if that's the case, it's just the way that it is. And then keep your shoulders soft. Let your left ear hang down towards your left shoulder. And then right ear to right shoulder. And again, you might notice a different side to side. Just be aware of it. Don't label it. Don't have it as this side's so tight. It is just what it is. Let's switch over left ear to left shoulder, I think. Keep connecting to that low, deep breath. And then right ear to right shoulder. And then back to the centre. Your head might already, or your neck might feel a little bit floatier. I want you to keep your spine long here, and just let your chin tuck into your chest, think double chin, and then slightly roll down. You might feel a stretch through your upper back. And then going up, I'm going to show you, I can't really talk as I do it. Stick your chin out. And stick your chin up. And then just gently roll your head to the left and to the right. You've got a big sheet of muscle onto here. It's just opening it all up. And then back to the centre. Okay. Your shoulder blades, think of them as two palms on the back of your ribcage. If you, and try this, if you pull your shoulder blades up, so use these muscles here, it's really hard work, your neck's going to switch on. If you think about the base of your shoulder blades working and push your shoulder blades up, it's a totally different feeling. So I want you to push your shoulder blades up your back and then down. Shoulder blades up your back and down. A couple more times. Shoulder blades up and down. One more time. Shoulder blades up and down. Let your shoulders release, let your neck release. Your neck's going to get 2 fingers. We'll do maybe 1 or 2 more exercises seated, and then we'll come to lying and roll around on the floor. So, first 2 fingers. Find your earlobes and then go slightly behind them. There is like a knobbly corner of your skull. You don't need to put too much pressure into it, but find that point. And that is the axis that you're going to pivot around. So your chin comes into your chest, your head rolls back. Chin into your chest, head rolls back. So you're like a nodding dog. Just coming up and down, up and down. Okay, and then release. Just look to the left, look to the right. How floaty does your head feel? It will feel amazing. Cool. We're going to come back down to lying. We're going to get some more movement through your spines. And more movement through your shoulders and chest. So, on your backs. I did a really strong Pilates class the other day and I can still feel my abs. Such a good feeling, but it's hard to move. Okay, weight through the back of your head, weight through the back of your shoulders, weight through the back of your pelvis. The easiest way to soften everything is to use your out breath. So let's take 3 deep breaths. As you breathe out, allow yourself to sink and surrender down into the mat. Okay. And then just check in with your jaw. Is it clenched? Is it tight? You want a little bit of space between your back teeth. You might want to give it like a little stroke to help release it off. And then just let your head roll to the left, roll to the right. This is quite a nice one to do with arms just out nice and wide so your shoulders can relax. And then back to the center. Arms to the ceiling, shoulders are really heavy. So you have your palms facing in towards each other. Just reach your left arm up to the ceiling, feel your left shoulder lift, and then back down. And then right arm up, right shoulder lifts, and down. Left arm up, and down. Right arm up, and down. Both arms reach up, and down. So you'll feel as your arms come up, you kind of round through your chest a little bit. As your arms come down, your chest opens. You reach up and down. Up and down. One more. Arms up and down. Keep them here. Palms now face towards your thighs. One arm comes behind you, one arm comes to your hip. And then switching over. If this feels too much for whatever reason, just do a tiny, tiny movement. So this is where you're learning like what your boundaries are and what feels good. Things aren't going to start to release unless you build up that trust in your body that your body feels safe. And your body changes all the time. You might do this exercise again next week and you can go the whole way back, or it's less. Okay. Come back to the center, palms face back in towards each other. Unfold your arms into a T shape. You might be able to get the backs of your hands down to the floor. You might not. That's cool, whichever works. And then coming back up. So your shoulders sink, you unfold. Imagine that you're unfolding from your breastbone so that you get that really good opening across your chest to the tips of your fingers. And then coming in and up. Unfolding. And in and up. If you want to make this stronger, the way to do so is unfold your arms into a T shape. No, a Y shape. Arms open diagonally back behind you. And then coming in and up. And you can almost like arch into your back as you come up, get a stretch through your front. And then coming in. Sorry, boobs. Okay, we're going to go for one more. And then arms are back in. Cool. You will be more open across your collarbones here. You'll have more space across your chest. Your shoulders have had that chance to move too. We're going to do one more shoulder exercise and then we're going to move it on. So, one hand on each elbow. One hand on each elbow. You naturally will have crossed your arms kind of what feels the right way. So I always have my right arm or my right forearm in front of me. Switch it over so you have your other forearm in front of you. So you just cross your arms and it's going to feel really wrong, crossing your arms the wrong way. Shoulders are heavy. Little circles in front of your face and chest. As you're doing them, keep your shoulder blades just dropping down into the mat. Small circles here. As you're doing it, just check in with your jaw. Are you gripping through it? Find that space between your back teeth. Reverse back the other way. And then arms soften. You're going to come onto all fours next. If you need cushions underneath your knees or anything like that, then please, please do. Okay. I want you to have your fingers as wide as you possibly can. Fingers are nice and wide. And my favourite thing to do when you come onto all fours is just wiggle. Wiggle however you need to wiggle right now. Move forwards, back, side, round, up, down. You might want child's pose, you might want to come forwards. Just get your spine moving, get your ribs moving, get your waist moving. Open everything out. You might want hands a bit further forwards. Or hands a bit further back. Just play. Movement is all about being playful, curious, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and enjoying it. How often do you go to a class, or have been to a class, and everything is so regimented? It definitely has its place. I'm like with you on that. When do you just get to move and be you and free and enjoy it? That is what life is about. In my book it is. Okay, fingers are wide. Let's come back to the centre. So, you might feel like you're kind of dipping into your lower back here. Can you do a little tuck of your pelvis? So your belly button slightly draws in towards your spine. You push your hands down, your chest will lift, and then the back of your head draws up towards the ceiling. So your spine is really long. You're looking straight down in front of you. Your shoulder blades. Do you remember earlier we thought about the base of your shoulder blades working? I want the base of your shoulder blades to draw down your back and in towards each other. You'll feel your mid-back / bra strap area switching on. And then don't let anything move. So no shifting, tilting, anything like that. Float one arm up and down. The other arm up and down. I would bend your elbow up and towards your waist. Feel your mid-back switching on. And you can also slightly change it if you want to make it stronger. Shoulder blades draw down your back, arm reaches out in front and in, and the other side out and in. Find the support through your mid-back. That is going to give your shoulders and your neck a massive release. Give them a bit of kind of support. Support's a better word. Okay, one more each side. And then you're either going to come into a child's pose, so that's bum back towards your heels, or you can come onto your back and draw your knees into your chest, whichever works. Wherever you are, connect to your breath. Get it nice and deep down into your belly. And again, a bit like when we were on all fours, here you might want to have a little wiggle. Cool. Okay. Next up, you're going to come back onto your back. And we're going to get your abs working a little bit. So, before we come into it, just want you to be aware that when we connect through your abs, we get them working, you're not gripping through your neck and your shoulders. It's so common. What you're going to do, have arms out, kind of out in a V shape slightly. So your chest is open, collarbones wide. Bring one leg up into tabletop, and then the other leg into tabletop. Okay. When you're here, you shouldn't be arching into your lower back. You shouldn't feel any pain in your lower back. Keep your thighs slightly in towards you if you do. The further away your thighs are, the stronger it gets. And you might just want to hold it here. You might want to come into a toe tap. So one foot taps down, back up, the other side down, and up. And you're just alternating side to side. Breathe out as your leg goes out, in to come in. Out to go out, in to come in. If these feel okay, shoulders are heavy, arms up to the ceiling. You're going to do opposite arm and leg. Keep your pelvis heavy, keep your abs engaged. So your belly button slightly drawing in towards your spine. You can change this. You can do a leg extension. Your leg reaches long. Back in. You can bring your arms into this one or not. Find your boundaries. Work with what feels right. 2 more on each side. Breathe out as you go out. In to come in. Out to go out. In to come in. Out to go out. In to come in. Out to go out. In to come in. One more. And then knees into your chest. One hand on each knee. Just stir your hips round. Give them more wiggle. Stir them the other way. And then come up to seated, just like before, sitting however is comfortable. And move your neck around. Notice that it feels so much more open, so much freer. Your shoulders will be more open, your collarbones are going to be more open. You will find it easier to be sitting tall. I'm just going to show you a really effective thing that you can do if you do get tight through your neck and shoulders. I say that I'm going to show you. I am going to show you. So it just involves a ball. Don't worry if you haven't got one now. You could just use a fist. And you just roll. Oh, so up into your chest. You can come up to the top. You can come up here. You can do this against a wall, wiggling into it, and it just helps to release any knots. You can put as much or as little pressure. I do sometimes just do it with a hand or fingers and thumbs, so especially up into your traps. I can wiggle my arm, squidge, move. Just get it all moving and opening. it is 8 o'clock. I'm going to leave you to your day. Have a good one. I am live in the Pilates tribe every single, well, not every single morning. There are classes 6 days a week at 7 o'clock, which is why we were at 7:35 today. And we do lots of bits like this. We use equipment. Today we did bits using a wall, which is quite fun. Maybe I'll do that with you guys at some point. And it's all about starting your day right, being within a community of women who just want to feel good in their bodies, want to learn things. They're curious, they're interested about what it can do, listening to their boundaries. Come and join us. It's £49 a month. And there's no contract, so you're not stuck in it forever if it doesn't work. Any questions, give me a shout. I will be back next Thursday. I will tell you earlier next week what we're going to focus on. And if there is anything that you ever do want to focus on, please let me know, because I love to be given a challenge. Sending you so much love. And share everything with your friends, please. Share, tell them about Thursday mornings.